I stand behind everything I sell in this place, so you can purchase with confidence. You'll find everything you need to look your best right here in this catalog. Now be sure to check the catalog. I'm certain to have whatever you need. If you need a nice place to try on your clothes, my changing room is available. Come back anytime.
Move it! ¿Qué haces?
The hell, I'm sorry.
Hey, what is this?
Away with you!
You blind?
What's wrong with you?
How could you do such a thing?
Whatever's happening there needs to stop! Pathetic. No need for things to get out of hand.
Careful there.
Easy there.
Let's do this. You cussing fool.
Hey Ian, welcome. Doing good? How are you doing today?
Get back! You stay clear of me!
Doug, how's it going? Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, we're doing the valuables run today. Not sure how much else I will do, but definitely doing at least the valuables run. I did most of my dailies already. The only ones I didn't do was like fossils, but I'm in point 1 today, so we probably just gonna do a valuables run, and then I'll hop out and maybe go play some Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island.
Hey, I'm hurt. Oh, I did something to my leg. I can't hardly walk. I need some help to town, please. Oh, thank you. Whew. Oh, this is a relief. The doctor in Strawberry, know him? Hopefully, he'll take care of me.
No problem. Appreciate the lurk.
What the hell are you doing?
Howdy, Idris. How's it going today?
Can we go? My ankle's swelling, I think.
Yeah, they for login this month. They did some old Outlaw Pass items. I think it was from Outlaw Pass 4. Let me see if I can get the exact description from the Newswire, so I'm not screwing it up. It was, but I know it was like a monthly login reward. Yeah, all players who log in. No, never mind. That's not it. It was the Moonshine Shack photographs, the Dawn Elk, and the Naturalist photograph. Those were only available prior to this month. Only available in Outlaw Pass 4. And then this month they're giving it, like, if you already are a Moonshiner and you log in, all players who log in as a Moonshiner basically received that dawn elk photograph and naturalist photograph this month. So nothing great in my opinion. You know, I mean those photographs are okay, but it's not like last time where we got clothing items, and it's certainly, you know, I don't understand why they're drip feeding that stuff back in. That's the kind of thing where they could put it at Madame Nazar, or in this case, you know, get it through Maggie. But either way, I feel like players who want that stuff would be willing to pay gold. So I don't know why it's like a login reward or something like that. Oh yeah, and then the wet your whistle emote. Yep. Yeah. They again, is the game so overloaded at this point with content that they just can't bring it all back at the same time? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me why they're doing it the way they're doing it. And again, is that stuff that players who've sworn off the game at this point, you know, stopped playing and sworn off the game, is something like that really going to entice them to log back in? I don't think so, but I don't know. Like, what's the goal with that,
Thank
right?
you.
Like, what's the plan? Does
Here.
Rockstar even
Thanks
have a
for
plan?
this.
I don't think they do. Honestly, I think at this point it's just like throw whatever to the wall and see what sticks. And, you know, it's unfortunate that the game is where it is, given how awesome of a game it is, how beautiful of a game it is. Rockstar just literally abandoned it. You know, and when I say abandoned, I get that there's been drip feed new content over the last 2 years, but you know, they haven't abandoned it outright yet, and they claim that they're not going to abandon it. Like, I think, you know, the messaging from them has been that once GTA 6 is all set, then maybe we'll see some new stuff in here, but I don't know, man. I have my doubts. I definitely have my doubts. I don't know what's going on with GTA 6. I don't know why we don't have a second trailer yet. I don't know why, if they're still planning to release it this year, why we don't have a release date. Like, it's almost April. It's been a really long time since they said anything about GTA 6. And honestly, this game is on hold until that happens. I don't think that shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody that, you know, we're probably not going to see anything new in Red Dead until GTA 6 is out. And out for a while, I maintain. Out for a while. Because they're not just going to release GTA 6 and then abandon that. They're going to have to do some upkeep on that, patches and things like that. So, yeah, it's super frustrating. One thing that they could do that, to me, seemingly would be easy and not a whole lot of stress on their resources or on, like, cost, just put that Outlaw Pass stuff back in the game. Like, I don't understand. I need someone to explain it to me and make it make sense, because it doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me, like, at all. Hey, getting lit up. Hey, man. There's some space in here. Yeah, I mean, I maintain, I have said this several times, I still don't understand why they can't do both. Why don't they have a dedicated team for Red Dead and Red Dead Online, and another dedicated team for GTA? It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, is the video game industry that hurting? Like, I know I've seen lots of talk about like studios closing and layoffs and stuff like that, but it's Rockstar. It's like #1 most profitable video game company out there. You know, I don't know. It's like they took forever milking GTA 5, right? Releasing it across 3 different console generations, and then now they're like behind, and it's like, no, you guys should have started working on GTA 6 a lot sooner, you know. Lenora, how's it going? Welcome. I honestly, I don't see them coming back to Red Dead before GTA 6, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I hope I'm wrong, but I don't see them coming back to Red Dead even after GTA 6. I think they're going to put all their resources into that. And then maybe at some point we'll get a Red Dead 3, but you know, if it does feel like Red Dead Online is dead. I'm still going to play it. I still love playing it. I still have things in this game that I want to do. I'm probably going to play it right up until they shut the servers off. But it gets harder and harder every day to log in and do the same things over and over again. And again, I hate to keep beating a dead horse on this month, but Moonshine Month is something I normally look forward to. It sucks this month because they didn't even give us double XP for our Moonshine deliveries. Unless you're new to the Moonshine roll, in which case you get the double roll XP. This is not a good, to me, it's not a good month. This is not something that I would have looked forward to, you know. We talked about it. It's almost like half-baked, right? Like, yeah, we get the double money, but you don't get the double XP. Yeah, we're going to return some Outlaw Pass items, but they're not going to be really quality Outlaw Pass items. It's not really anything, I don't think. I haven't seen. No one has ever come into my streams since Outlaw Pass 4 came and went. No one's come in and said, hey, I can't wait to get those Moonshine Shack pictures back. You know, like, think about the things we asked for. The horse mask, some of the cooler clothing items from the other Outlaw Passes. Literally no one asked for the wet your whistle emote. I mean, maybe I missed it in my chats over the years, but I don't remember it. I don't recall anyone ever coming in and saying, hey man, wouldn't it be awesome if they released some pictures for your Moonshine bar? And a wet your whistle emote? Yeah, that's what I'm playing this game for. And at this point, you know, I'm cool with Rockstar trolling. Like, I've always been cool with Rockstar trolling. It's kind of like what they do. But they're going too far with some of this stuff. Like, quit playing around, quit playing games. Release all of that stuff back into the game. Put it at Madame Nazar for gold. Whatever you want to do with it. Or just re-release them. Roll them back out. Let's start over from the beginning. Roll Outlaw Pass 1 back out. I don't think they can do it. I think it got deleted from the game. But yeah, as far as like, I mean, I saw somebody saying yesterday that they thought that the Moonshine bonuses were good this month, and I was like, what are you smoking? We've never had a Moonshine bonus month like this where the sales weren't double XP. Braytech, how's it going? Howdy. Yeah, they're talking about GTA 6 costing $100. I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I'm not buying GTA 6 for $100. Like, that is just outrageous. Unless there's like some kind of like collector deal, version of it where that's going to cost $100 and the base price for everybody else will be like $70. I can't see paying more than $70 for a game, man. And there's no doubt that I got my $70 worth out of this game. Maybe a little more here and there for the different versions I bought to go online with different characters and stuff, but you know, the initial base price for this game was $70. I can't see a $30 increase I can't justify that, and most people shouldn't. You know, we're setting a bad precedent. We start buying these games for $100, guys. That is not good. They abandoned RDO in 2021 after Blood Money update. Yeah, it does kind of feel like that, right? And it's like, you know, we've had a ton of drip feed content since then, CTAs, you know, new CTAs, up until this last Halloween and winter. We were still getting some new CTAs every once in a while. But yeah, the you know, it's like they released that in 2021, and then it was just like drip fees. That's 4 years ago. It'll be July, right? This coming July will be 4 years. That's crazy. So yeah, so that's where like I have a hard time saying that I don't think they've fully abandoned it, but it does kind of feel like, are we done here? Like they put those new Telegram missions out back in November or whatever it was. Those were a freaking joke. That was like, you know, some intern got their freaking senior project done for high school with that. That wasn't up to Rockstar quality. And that's the part that bothers me the most. It's like the stuff we are getting is like either rehash or doesn't feel up to Rockstar standard. And then you want me to pay $100 for a GTA? Yeah, probably not going to happen. Like, I'll find two $50 games that'll take up as much time as GTA. But I've waffled on that, and I'll admit to it. I've waffled on the whole GTA 6. I've gone back and forth. There's times where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it. There's other times where I'm not. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not buying it for $100. I can tell you that much for right now. I'll just wait for it to go on sale. I don't need to play it right away. That's the kind of game where it's gonna take you, 2 years to fully complete it anyway. So if it's gonna be $100 at initial release, then I'll just wait for it to go on sale. That's all there is to it. Rockstar's got enough of my money at this point. Saucewatch Man, how's it going? Good times, good vibes. Welcome, sir. But yeah, it's an unfortunate, and I'll say it for the wider video game industry too. We are in like a weird period where I'll say it like this, and I don't want to get like too political or whatever, and I don't mean for it to be political, but it just kind of, that's where it goes. Like, I know that money comes out of my pocket to pay for taxes for my kids' school. And then when I talk to my kids' teachers, they're having to buy their own supplies, like markers and pencils and stuff for the kids. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? So, like, I know the money's coming out of my pocket when I buy these games, right? Well, where does it go? Where does that money go? Where does all the money that I put into Rockstar games over the years between GTA 3, GTA 4, GTA 5, San Andreas, Vice City, Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, where is all this money going that they now feel that they need to charge $100? They're sort of shit not paying their employees because the employees can't get out of there fast enough. So, it's just, man, the fat cats get fatter, and we suffer. We as the end users suffer, and the developers don't get paid what they should be getting paid. The actual, like, programmers. Some, I don't know if it's Strauss Zelnick or if it's other people along the line, but, the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer, man. It's just kind of how it is. Not acceptable. But how do you fight it, right? You tell everybody out there, look, they're screwing everyone over. Don't buy GTA 6. We've got to boycott. That's not going to happen. People aren't going to boycott GTA 6. Take my money. But yeah, you know, and obviously the games have gotten better. I get it. You know what I mean? GTA 6 is going to be infinitely more better than GTA 3 was. But those GTA 3 games were great too, and it wasn't as expensive. It didn't take them as long to develop. Is there, like, and I'm asking the question, I don't know the answer. It's kind of a rhetorical question. Is there a danger in setting the bar so high each time out that you can't possibly live up to it without asking your consumers to spend all of their money? That's kind of what it feels like happened. Miriam starting a new character, get to relive RDO again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that I saw that. I enjoyed that video that you posted, and I think that is a key component to it. I'll be honest, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I didn't start Blondie, I don't know that I'm still sitting here doing this every day. She definitely breathed new life back into my RDO experience. Now I need to find a way, at some point here, maybe find a way to do that again with a third character, maybe. See if we get credit for this. Cool. Like I said, 0.1 week. I'm not too stressing about dailies, but that was an easy one. Let's see if I have room. I don't even think I have room to take a sample here. I saw someone say hi to Will. There he is, Sir Will. Welcome. Howdy. Got to create your own experience. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, but I'll be honest, dude. I'm starting to run out of ideas too. It's like, you know, just I don't know. How hard would it be to expand the existing rules? I'm not even asking for like brand new content. Expand the existing rules like they did with Bounty Hunter, right? They should be able to do the same thing with Collector and Moonshiner and Trader and Naturalist, right? Maybe not Naturalist, because most of us are not able to keep up with it as it is, other than like Kratos. But the other 99.9% of us are not able to keep up with Naturalist, so they can probably hold off on that one. But you know, give me a Moonshiner expansion where for every $1,000 delivered or whatever, $10,000 delivered, I can reset it just like I do with Bounty Hunter experience points. You know, I don't get it. I don't understand, and I guess I'll never understand how, you know, GTA you can have like 30 different parking garages and each one of them can hold like 50 different cars, but we get the same stupid 10 horse stables. You know, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Bunch of new folks in lobbies now. Yeah, see, and you know, I hear that, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I question that. I highly question that. We saw that back in like December, not this most recent December, but December the year before. It's like, where did everybody go? Is it really new players, or is it, you know, is it people who've been banned that had to create new accounts that are now trying to get those worked up so they can go out and start griefing again? Is it people with like multiple accounts? I don't typically see that. I'll be honest, I haven't looked. You know, I stopped looking a while back, but when I was looking, it was only like me and 10 other people in the lobbies. You know, and some people say, oh, that's because they made the lobbies smaller. You know, is it? I don't know. It's weird to me that there's that much still going on. In fact, I was just talking about it. Hazard posted something on Twitter this morning showing, you know, it took him 6.5 years, almost 6 years basically, right? Because the game's 6.5 years old. It took him 6 years to put together a beginner's guide for story mode. And in the last 6 months, he's got over 250,000 views. I'm like, are there that many people that are like? And what took him so long? What was the delay? What took people so long? I don't necessarily buy it, but let's say I do buy it, and I say, okay, fine. There's that many new players playing this game. Why wait so long? What are some logical reasons why people would have waited that long to jump into the game? Versus put my tinfoil hat on theory is that Rockstar is somehow bots, you know, using AI technology, creating these new accounts themselves in order to make it seem like the game is still that interesting to new people. And then you get into, okay, well, what's the reason for that? Well, investors. They're trying to, and it's illegal. It's illegal as hell. They're trying to trick the investors into thinking that the game is more popular than ever, right? That's what they always say. Oh, our game is more popular than ever. Like, no, it's not. Your game is never going to be more popular than in the first few months it's released. Stop lying to people. But I would put that theory up against any other and say, you know, Rockstar realizes that if they wait too long to release GTA 6 and they're not doing any new updates for Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption 2, investors are going to walk. So that's how they keep them on the line. That's how they point to it and say, oh, look, you know, even 6.5 years later, our game's still popular. It's like, nah, bro. You botting. I know you're botting. I know they're botting. Got everybody fooled. Snow in April of 2020 for some April Fool's prank. You have a garage that could hold 50 cars. I don't know what the numbers are. I don't know the exact numbers. Right, Braytech? Am I crazy? That, like, you guys... And the mods, the customization in GTA is insane too, right? Like you could have this car that has a million mods to it. Well, how is that taking up more space than my horse that I can barely change the horse or the tail and the mane on? Right? I mean, there was a prank on April of 2020. I don't remember that. That might have been before my time though. I think I started in 2021. I don't know, and like I said, you guys know, like, I love this game. I'm not even remotely close to kidding when I say I'm probably going to be the last person playing this game. I'll be here when they turn the servers off, right? Be in the middle of doing a valuables run like I am right now. We were running towards the cave, and then poof go the servers, and everybody's out. But yeah, it's like, I don't know how they expect people to just keep hanging around without doing anything to the game. No kind of updates whatsoever. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong when I say that those Telegram missions were a straight garbage? Right? Absolute trash, those last Telegram missions that they gave us. Like, not even, like, cool. Like, I would rather have them not put that in the game. And how much stuff did they have to take out of the game in order to get that in there, right? Like, if that's what we're talking about, oh, you don't have enough space in the game. You know, you've seen the collector cycles go from, like, 14 down to, like, 3. So they're taking stuff out of the game all the time to put other stuff in, but put it back. Take those Telegram missions out of here and give me my collector cycles back. So I'm not doing the same collector runs every 3 days. Kratos, how's it going? Welcome. It's gonna be you. It's gonna be both of us. There'll be a handful of people still hanging out, and I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. I saw it happen with some other game recently on Twitter. I don't remember the name of the game, but they finally turned their servers off, and there was still one streamer who was still kind of playing it. Either that or they went back to play it just for the end, and they literally were in the middle of doing like an activity when the servers went down, and they just poof out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm a level 1000. Yeah, rank 1000, whatever you want to call it, level 1000. I've been playing for at least 4 years now. I don't think it's been 5. I'm pretty sure it's been 4. I think it was 2021 when I first created my character, February of 2021. So, and look, I haven't done everything. There's still tons more to do in this game. But I think it's just the repetition of it all. You know, in order to get like all the awards, you gotta grind for thousands of hours. Throw me a bone. Just throw me a new Halloween CTA and a new holiday CTA every year, one each, and I'll be happy. That's not. I don't feel like that's asking too much. You know. Or make them so that those maps are available all year round, and just turn off the snow and make it regular enemies. I don't know, something. There's got to be some kind of solution. And all this stuff we throw out there, and they're like, here's some photographs. I'm not gonna lie. This month, this monthly bonus is such a kick in the crotch to all of us. I don't know if everybody realizes it, but again, to not have the double XP on moonshine sales, to not have some kind of other moonshine event to go along with it, 3 times on roadblocks, or discounts on moving your shack around so you can experience the different shacks and it doesn't cost you a ton of money. Like, they literally gave us the bare bone minimum for this moonshiner month, and I can't be the only one who's not happy about it, and nor should I be. I feel like everybody should be like, come on, man. Like, since I've been playing this game, whenever Moonshiner has been on bonus, it's been 2 times XP. What went into the decision to take that away for this month? Rowdy, how's it going? Welcome. But yeah, once you get to like rank 1000, you've done all of it. There really isn't much else to do other than try to work on these impossible awards. That's the perfect way. Kratos put it perfectly. The impossible awards. Some more impossible than others. Like, even what I'm doing right now, like, I would love to think that someday, a year or 2 from now, I'm gonna max out this Valuables Soul to the Fence award. But that is a tall, tall order. That is like, 30 a day max, and you gotta do 10,000 of them lifetime. It's just like, I will admit it, I hate myself. I absolutely hate myself, which is why I do these things. Yeah, Brave Kratos is rank 1000. There's a few of us kicking around these days. A few of us kicking around that rank 1000 level. But it's not easy. Once you get to rank 1000, especially like I'm such a huge XP junkie. Like, that was my one thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grind until I get to rank 1000. And I got there and I was like, okay, what now? Like, what do I do now? Well, luckily there's these awards that are impossible to near impossible that we can go around and try to get every day. Even for me, like, to be this far along and still grinding on sniper rifle headshots. I mean, and melees and executions. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see where we end up. Today we're probably gonna get over 900 on this one, get close to resetting that again. But I don't do it every day. In fact, I didn't do it at all this weekend. Today's the first day I'm doing this since like Thursday, I think. Maybe I did Friday morning. I probably did it Friday morning. But I didn't play yesterday. I didn't play Saturday. While I can commit to being like one of the last people in here before they turn the servers off, I also I feel myself falling away from the need to log in every day. You know, at least log in significantly. Like, look, I'm probably gonna log in and do at least a daily, just keep my daily streak going. I want to get those treasure maps, see if we can maybe get that award at some point, another impossible award. But like, I was tempted this morning when I first logged in just to do a daily real quick and then start playing some Ghost of Tsushima. So, I don't know. Takes forever to reach rank 1000. You're rank 143, gaining 27 million experience. Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely. Trust me, I know. I mean, up until there was a point where, like, around rank 400, 500, where I was like, okay, let's hit this hard every day. And you can rank up at that level. You can still rank up like 3, 4, 5 times a day. Then you get into your 600s, 700s, 800s, and it's like, okay, I can't necessarily rank up every day. Maybe I can do every other day. And then you get to 900, and it's like, okay, every 3 to 4 days. And again, this is if you're putting in like 8, 10-hour days, you know? It takes a long time to rank up when you get to that level. And then we calculated it out. You know, I streamed the whole thing from rank 999 to rank 1000. It took me 18 days. You know, those are roughly 3, 4, 5-hour sessions, which is probably more than what most people do. So I think, you know, the average player who's only playing a couple hours a day, it's going to take them forever to reach that. And I think Rockstar knows that. Maybe that's why they've backed off on the new content. I don't know. I hate to keep speculating about it. There's something in there. What is this? Oh. Try to get all 667 awards. Don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible either. We can go through it a little later. There are some that are like first kill in a shootout, last kill in a shootout. Like, those are going to be impossible. Because how often are you getting in shootouts, right? You almost, at that point, you almost have to like become a griefer and go and just harass people, shoot them in the back, and hope that they want to have a shootout. You know, and how many people are going to do that, you know? That's another one of those things where I feel like, you know, might need to start a second character, Kratos, because I could go do that right now. I could hop out of Blondie's posse, have her hop out of the Moonshine Shack. I could go, like, essentially, and I'm using air quotes, grief her, and then have her accept the shootout, or offer the shootout, and then have him accept it. But I don't know how you do that on a consistent basis without having 2 characters. Or in your case, if you convince June and Lexa and Liam to do it, you could even like team up. But yeah, I think you could potentially get like high 600s, mid 600s. It's just I know for a fact there's like a handful of them that are like borderline impossible. Have to come up with a strategy to make it work. But at the end of the day, I still love riding around the map. I still love, you know, the graphics are still great. That's why I say that I don't think it would take much for Rockstar, but definitely more than what they're doing right now. Definitely more than these, you know, moonshine bar decor photographs, emotes. That's not getting it done.
Right. Move out.
Seriously, consider second character. 3 awards you're working on are done. Coin 0. Yeah, that's probably what you know. Because at that point, you'll have all the collector roles and all the naturalist role awards done. Let me take a look at some of this stuff. We look at it so often, I feel like I don't want to keep looking at it. It just makes me more and more upset. But yeah, so I'm at 581 of 667. And even that's like a weird thing. I don't like, how does that work? Is it, you get a new award, like we'll go to 582 the next time I reset something? We're getting close to that one being reset. I think I could commit to probably getting all 10 of those. I don't know about all these habitats. I mean, that's an awful lot of naturalists, and honestly, I don't mind naturalists compared to most players, but Moonshiner, all of them are maxed out. Bounty Hunter, these two are absolutely insane, especially the dead targets. Like, we see that every time. We saw it last month, right? Just how hard it is. I probably got about 100 targets turned in just in 1 month. If I weren't playing anything else, I think for me, I like too many other video games. I got too much going on in my personal life to be able to do any of this stuff. And then you still got the player bounties, Who's turning in 1,000 player bounties? That is nuts, man. If I ever get to 100, I'll be happy. But that's a resettable award that can go all the way to 1,000, dude. Forget that. That's nonsense. That is ridiculous. Collector, we've got them all. After 4 years of grinding, I have all the collector awards. Trader, we have all of them except for the resupplies, which I have reset once. Will I ever reset it again? Who knows? Probably not going to do 9,000 more resupplies, though. We'll see when Trader Month rolls around next time how much further along we can get. Sharpshooter, a bunch of stuff we're working on here. I do see a very real scenario where we can get maybe these two and finally get these sniper rifle headshots. And then hat shots, probably. This other stuff like killing players from behind. That's a resettable award. You have to kill a player from behind 10,000 times. Like, that's just... Again, without 2 characters. Like, you could do that if you have 2 characters, and if you just did, like, non-stop posse infighting with yourself. Like, just, I like to think through some of the strategies that could make these things happen, and then I kind of laugh about it. I'm like, am I really going to sit here for days on end and shoot Blondie in the back of the head? Like, probably not. Like, let's be realistic. That's not fun. So that's where it becomes, like, the awards become... It takes you outside of having fun playing video games, and then becomes, like, tedious. Like, no one... Like, that's... I don't know. I'd rather go play a different game than sit there and shoot Blondie in the back of the head 10,000 times. Fernandez, how's it going? Welcome. Bunny, howdy. And welcome. But yeah, so, for those of you just joining, we're kind of going through, like, some of these impossible awards. Run down enemies on a coach. Like, I could do, like, the noob thing and go to Valentine and just run Valentinians? Valentiners? What's the proper term for that? The good folks of Valentine. I can just run them down for hours on end. You know what I'm saying, though? But, like, that's this... I feel like I'm already on the edge of having fun and just checking off boxes with this valuable stuff that I do. I'm already on the edge of that. So, like, much beyond that is not really that interesting to me. Survivalist, I have all of them. That's just why I'm not clicking on it. Crimes, maybe I'll be the first person to get all blood money crimes done. I don't know. I did one earlier today before I went live. Capitale notes, farming Capitale notes. Like, I know how to do that. I know exactly how to do that. Do I want to go in and do it? Travel. We'll probably get this one. We're getting close to that one, actually. 900 more miles on foot. And that's maxed out. Trade, we talked about it. We're working on the valuables. All the other ones are done. But even this, look at this, dude. This is at 4. I'm not even halfway yet. Like, insane, man. These are insane awards. Treasure maps. And then this one we'll probably get at some point later this year, I think. 25 weeks from now. So yeah, later this year if I stick with it. Horses maxed, I got all of them. Posse, free roam. So I think we were talking about competitive, like this horse races. That wouldn't be too bad. That's not a resettable one, so you can do that. Posse feuds. So that's kind of like what I was talking about. Posse feuds. Win posse feuds. Win feuds. Stop a rival player. We talked about that one last time, but these are the ones I was talking about just earlier. Get the first kill in a shootout. Get the last kill in a shootout. I don't even know how I did that. I don't know how I have 2 last kills in a shootout. The good thing is those don't need to be reset, but 100 times with each one, dude? Like, unbelievable. Too much work for you. Dude, it's too much work for me. And I'm like, you know, as far as like the collector wars and stuff go, I'm already done with that. So that is like, I feel like I'm a much bigger step along further than everybody else because of the fact that the collector awards are done. Similar with Kratos, right? Kratos has all those naturalist awards done, so he's a step further. And we're both sitting here telling you guys how nuts it is. Like, I think I would have much rather like got this guy to rank 100 or rank 1000 and then started another character. You know, or like, you know, once you start to feel like you're getting bored with it, start over again. Because there is some, you know, fun to be had of starting all over again. It sucks not being able to run in Eagle Eye. It sucks not having a wilderness camp. But kind of grinding towards that stuff is way more fun, to me at least, than trying to grind out valuable sales to the freaking fence. He said, as he continues to do it. Yeah, I'd have to do a bunch of showdowns, and I talk about that quite a lot too. At some point, probably, if I want to pursue those other awards, I'm gonna have to just, you know, grin and bear it and do some PvP stuff. But, you know, let's see what happens with that stuff first. I'd much rather go around trying to find these valuables than deal with cheaters and nonsense and showdowns. PvP showdowns should try feature. Yeah, at some point we'll see. I've done that stuff, you know. I actually kind of like the hardcore stuff because you can't really cheat as much, right? That's why they turn the ability cards off and all that stuff. Everybody's got basically the same weapons, regular ammo, that kind of stuff. I like that because even playing field. I'm still not very good at it, but I'm just not a PvPer. So yeah, well, like I said, we'll see. You know, I took a huge break from this character when I started my female character, so that kind of is some of it too. I'm not saying I would have many more of these awards done. Like the valuables one still probably wouldn't be done, but there's probably like maybe a handful that I could have got completed if I focused more on certain gameplay features. You know, didn't start a second character because for a long time, probably for the better part of a year, my female character was my main focus, and then I realized it was kind of silly to put this guy in the back burner. So I lost a lot of, you know, potential progress there doing that, but triple gold money and XP for PvP, yeah, but it's still not great payout, right? I mean, triple 0.08 is 0.24. I'd rather do a couple dailies, but grab a new character, do normal stuff with your main. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. I don't know though. Grinding from a new character is tough too. I don't know how Braytech is doing it. How Braytech started over again and just started grinding from the beginning. I could, if I were, see, I would do probably the opposite of what you're doing, Sasquatch Man. Whereas like I've got this guy to do all the grinding with. If I were to start a new character, it would probably just to be do like fun, goofy kind of stuff. But you know, I'm still struggling with that. I still, as much as I would like to start a new character, don't really quite have an idea for a new character. And I like what you're doing. That's a great idea. But yeah, it's I also just, stubbornly, I guess, I don't want to get in the habit of just creating new characters just to play the game. Like I said before, I'm much more likely just to go play something else than to start a whole new character. Just to kind of keep this game interesting. That seems like a lot of unnecessary work when there's so many other games out there. So many new games coming out. I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend, Death Stranding 2 got a release date. I think it's sometime in June or July. So that's coming. The fact that we got a release date on that before we got a release date on GTA 6 is kind of funny. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to keep doing this stuff for now, and then once this stuff is done, then kind of think about what's next, and if it ends up being showdowns and PvP style stuff, then maybe. June 26th, yeah. And then in between then, and we got Days Gone coming too, remaster. I'm so torn because I was hoping to do a pretty deep dive on Death Stranding first game before the second one came out, but now it's like the release window is so close. I might not actually do that. I might actually jump right into the second game. But I don't know. There's so many like unknowns. So many things are up in the air with games and stuff right now. Where it's like, for me, again, just immediate kind of future. I can tell you for sure. I'm very excited to play MLB The Show when it comes out later this month.
How do you do, sir?
Before that, I want to get through this Ghost of Tsushima replay, finish off Iki Island, which I started, I think Thursday afternoon I started playing that, so dive back into that today, capture some of that stuff, maybe have some videos for the channel on that stuff, definitely have some videos for the channel with MLB The Show, but it's hard to, I'm almost like in an all or nothing state where like, I'm either not going to play these games at all, or if I do, I'm going to pick one and just like totally dive into it, probably for the rest of the year. Whether it's Days Gone Remastered or Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2, I would like to take deep dives on that, not rush through them, not rush through the story missions and all that stuff, so yeah. Discouraged comparing awards with you. You have no life. Working on those for years. Ranked 950 now. Okay. I mean, I'm ranked 1,000. I feel like I've got a lot more awards than the average player. Not that it's really a competition or anything. I know people who've been playing this game for a long time who don't even have like a third of the awards that we're talking about. So I guess it just comes down to how everybody wants to play, right? Yeah, Days Gone gonna drop the continue. So it's a remaster. They added some game modes, like there's like a zombie horde mode or horde mode. I forget exactly what they call it. They even call them zombies in that game. A lot of times they don't call them zombies. Like in The Walking Dead. That's like a big thing. Don't call them zombies, even though they're zombies. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I got you. I get what you're saying. Yeah, and it's not worth wasting. Because again, every player is different, right? I know people who log in and play this game for hours and don't even do anything. It's like they just ride around the map and they're there to kind of enjoy the experience of riding around the map. That's fine. Everybody kind of has their own play style. So yeah, Fernandez, it's not a continuation, it's a remaster for Days Gone. And then yeah, Death Stranding though. Death Stranding is definitely a sequel. True sequel. First Death Stranding was great, long game, but grinding was easy to do. Yeah, and it's like how do I want to explain it? So I feel like with Ghost of Tsushima recently, right, and I had played that game on the channel before, I had live streamed it probably 3-4 years ago when I first started streaming. as I was going through it, I'm like, man, there's so much to this game. There's all these different little side quests. Obviously, you've got a great story, great character, but there's a bunch of little collectibles, like all the shrines, all the different types of shrines. You know, I almost would want to do something where instead of just uploading story missions, like, yes, I would upload story missions too, but instead of just uploading story missions, you know, maybe upload like the raw gameplay, like 2-hour raw gameplay video. Obviously, I would edit out the parts where I paused for take a bathroom break or whatever. Where am I going? Did I not put? I didn't put a freaking marker down. What am I doing in my life? Put a waypoint down. But just kind of like rethinking, reimagining how I put stuff up on the channel. You know, one game like this, like a Red Dead or a Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima or Horizon or God of War, one of those games, just one game, can give you a ton of content for your channel. Like, if you're just doing story playthroughs, then yeah, okay, you're gonna get some content, but there's so much more to each one of those games where, you know, hidden dialogue features and stuff like that. Like, you know, I've seen some people, and I've done it before, where they make like movies out of the story. You know, you basically do all the different cutscenes and make like the Ghost of Tsushima movie or whatever. Like, I would like to explore those kinds of things in the future, but you can't do that for every game. You know what I mean? If you're playing one game a month, then you're probably only going to be doing story mission playthroughs. But if you take a game and say, all right, I'm going to take, just for example, Days Gone Remastered, right? I've never played Days Gone before. I would love to just like pick that game apart when the remaster comes out in April. So just kind of just different ideas I've had for things that I kind of want to do. You know, some of these things I've done on some of these games, like God of War, and, you know, for Horizon, I did a Forbidden West movie. You know, it took a long time to do that. It was like 5 hours of footage just to export that. I think it took like a day. The export took forever. But, you know, the different ideas, different things I want to do for the channel, I think. I don't know. And that's why I said it's basically going to become like all or nothing. Like, if I don't feel a game is going to hold my interest long enough to do that kind of stuff, where I basically take a year and dedicate it to a game, then I'm probably just going to skip it altogether. I may play it, but I'm not going to like bother recording it and uploading anything on the channel. So I don't know. We'll see. How the game? You bet the whole game already. Didn't know they're gonna drop that remaster. Yeah, they just announced that not too long ago. I know a lot of people were hoping for a sequel for that game, and I think that's Bend Studios, right? I think they're maybe exploring whether or not there's an appetite for that, because you know, you hear things like same person saying on Twitter how they want a sequel every day. You don't want to go too far and make business decisions on one person, right? So they're probably going to explore. I think they're going to see how well the remaster performs, and then maybe they'll dedicate those resources to a sequel. I would hope so. I hope it's not just like a money grab, which it probably is. But didn't even know anybody else grinded awards. There's got to be only like 10 of us in the entire community. Yeah, probably. Well, there's 2 right here. Myself and Brave Kratos. Brave Kratos is a award. He's grinding awards too. Braytek's grinding awards. He's got a second character that's like a rank 600. I know he's focusing on awards on that character, but maybe not to the same degree, because he is still trying to rank that character up as well. But for me, that's all I have to play for at this point. Like, you know, all the XP I get doesn't matter because I can't go above rank 1000. But yeah, there's a handful of us for sure right here in my community here that I know of that are grinding out awards. That is a great question, Rowdy. I came very close this month to pulling the trigger on that, with the moonshine bonuses being so bad. Unfortunately, I know things are about to get very, very busy in my personal life. We are on the edge of baseball and softball season. So I agreed to be an assistant coach for Morgan's softball team this year. And then on top of that, our Challengers division has enough kids registered for 2 teams this year. So I kind of like coaxed Lady Outlaws into being the head coach for one of those teams. And we're going to have to divide and conquer in order to get the kids the amount of games that they deserve to get. So, like, I'm going to take one half of... Like, there'll be 2 teams, so I'll take one team on Wednesdays. We'll probably travel to one of the other towns and play, and then Lady Outlaws will take the other team. Long story short, we're going to end up, like, 5 nights a week. At least 5 nights a week. We'll be doing the Little League thing. So that's where it gets real challenging, you know, the weather gets nicer and I feel more compelled to be outside than inside playing video games. So I haven't completely ruled it out yet, to answer your question. I just don't know. You know, that's a very involved game. I feel like the last few times I've done story replays, I've rushed through them. I don't want to do that this time. I would very much like to just sit in it. But yeah, I don't know
Good to see you again. Figured you
that
were
I'm
long
quite
done with
ready
that
for
one.
that. Especially, like I said,
Feel
with everything
free to
else
have a
going on,
poke
all these
about.
other games that are coming out. Dedicated towards playing the Days Gone remaster. That's going to take time away. I'm not going to have time to be playing the story mode. So it's tough. It's definitely a tough thing. I would love to do one, but yes, I have all the arrowheads and coins reset completely. I have all the collector awards. I have all the collector awards, all the Moonshiner awards. Yeah, we can go through that again in a second here. But yeah,
Well, that's nice, isn't it? You must
finished
be
up
sad to
coins.
see it leave the family.
I don't remember, like August or September of last year.
Don't need to know where you got this.
And that was the last one I did. The coins were the hardest.
Now what's this? Found sitting on a bench somewhere, I suppose. The usual story. Wherever you found this is your business, not mine. Very nice, this. I'm sure the previous owners preferred...
Braytek's gonna go play some Zero Dawn. Alright, have fun. Appreciate the
Just
lurk.
came across this somewhere, huh? Don't need to know where you got this. Now what's this?
And we'll hold 3
Found
cases
sitting on
of
a
daily
bench somewhere, I suppose.
tomorrow.
The usual
Should be
story.
over 900 at this point. 912. So 30 more tomorrow, 30 more on Wednesday, and 30 more on Thursday. Kind of puts us in the ballpark for another reset. But again, that would only put me at halfway, which is crazy. But all these other awards on this page are done. That's your trade. So like I did the butcher sales, I've sold herbs, obviously the purchasing consumable items, spending cash in shops, collecting items from your delivery box. Those are all awards. Those weren't too bad. Oops, I didn't mean to back completely out of that. So we were talking about awards. So here's a naturalist. Getting close on that one. Next time Naturalist Month rolls around, we'll do some more Naturalist stuff. Farmland. Probably the first one I'll complete about this is Mountain and Grassland. I think that's the easiest one. For a while, Forest and River was keeping pace, but then the mooses disappeared on me. So, Desert, lagging behind because of all the different pronghorns. I think that's a huge pain in the ass to have to separate those pronghorns. And then Wetland is because of the snakes and legendary animals. I don't do enough of those. I should be doing more naturalist events like protect the legendary animal, wild animal tagging, those things. I do try to pay attention to them and do them whenever I'm on. Like when is it wild animal tagging? It's probably not for another hour or so. But I also don't do enough Harriet missions. Like I want to do more of that stuff. So that's what the naturalist ones look like. Moonshiner, like I said, those are done. Completely done with all Moonshiner awards. I actually sat there and served a bunch of my friends on the last day. I think Braytek was the one to get the last one. But even this, like, not too many people know. I felt like early on I had a pretty good strategy for this one, where at the end of every session, unless I got kicked out or anything like that, but at the end of every session where I was in control, I would go to my moonshine shack and get drunk off my own moonshine. And I started that, you know, way back. So thankfully I was able to kind of get out in front of that one. These other ones aren't too bad. Like, you know, moonshine stills, you're going to get that. Bootlegger missions, you're going to run into bootlegger missions. I feel like the two hardest ones, which is why they were the last ones, was the serve moonshine players to players at a bar. Again, I have a second character, so I was able to serve her easily enough and get most of those. And then this get drunk by your own moonshine. You have to go to your moonshine shack at the end of every session, get drunk before you log out. Bounty Hunter, you know, we talked about this. It was Bounty Hunter month last month. I have reset living targets once. Haven't reset the dead targets yet, but I'm trying, you know, and it's tough because it's like when Bounty Hunter's on bonus, you turn in dead targets, you're basically killing the bonus, and then I'll probably never get player bounty targets. But you had asked about collector, so here's all the collector awards. Jewelry, alcohol bottles, eggs, heirlooms, arrowheads, coins, Madame Nazar weekly lists, and fossils. Those are all maxed out. And then trader, the only thing I'm missing on trader is resupplies, which that's a huge pain in the ass. Maybe eventually we'll get there. Get drunk, ate 3 almonds, rinse, repeat. See, I didn't do it quite that much. It was just I got drunk, and this was my character was doing the little, like, you know, wavy thing with the screen all prismed out. I would just log out. Sharpshooter, huge mistake here on my part. I stuck with the bolt action. Long after I had this one maxed out, I was still just using the bolt action. It wasn't until probably a year later that I finally was like, oh, I should start using some other weapons and start getting some of these awards, so like shotguns and stuff like that. Still waiting for melee weapons and throwing weapons. I'm working on those along with the sniper rifle headshots. I do have the sniper rifle kills maxed out, but sniper rifle headshots only halfway. I'm a terrible shot with the sniper rifle. That's like well documented on the channel. You got the player bounties? Nice. Yeah, that's not something I could do, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe eventually, if all the other awards are maxed out, maybe I'll turn my attention to player bounties. Combat, we've got some stuff going here. We're getting close to this one. I don't play with posse members that often. But when we do, we're doing stuff like CTAs and things like that where players, you know, you can actually get this award. But I've got it twice over, closing in on a third one. I don't know that I'll ever max it out, but, you know, counter while brawling. I mean, there's just so many of these things. Kill enemies while intoxicated. You can't get drunk in a CTA, so that makes that one kind of hard. Kill enemies after you have died. It's kind of challenging. I do, you know, occasionally look for maximum guns. We've got that one. I've got that one pinned 80% of the way to resetting that one again. Trampling, I occasionally will go in and do McFarland's Ranch CTA. I feel like that's the best one to get trample kills, you know. But again, it's like, do I really want to just piss off the Law and Valentine and then run them over? I don't know. So you can see I got a bunch of these hunting awards, except for the birds one. Actually, I'm pretty proud that I've reset this one at least once. Kill small animals with a bow. You know, there's a bunch of these that it's like, you know, kill animals who've incapacitated or kill a posse member. That's tough, unless again you're doing like a CTA where Braytek gets eaten by a bear, or you know, someone gets eaten by a cougar. I single Braytek out of that one because he's always getting eaten by bears. I know he doesn't mind me kind of poking at him with that. But yeah, this, you know, these are like legit grinding awards you have to do. Those two that I just pointed out, right? This one and the other one, you have to be playing with a posse member semi-frequently, and I don't even do that anymore. You know, occasionally I'll get some people in here with me, but usually it's just me hanging out, grinding away by myself. This one I only just reset because I was focusing on it during Bounty Hunter month. You know, but even that's like you'd think lasso enemies. And again, there's strategies for all this stuff. Like if you wanted to go out, you could ride around, piss off some passerby on his horse, and then he turns into an enemy, you lasso him in hog time. Like you can do that, but I kind of try to do it within the parameters of the actual gameplay too. You know, survival wanted level, I could probably go get that one done in like however long it would take, an hour or two. Jeb Phelps 3 is a really good one for that. You just stay at the fort and blast people with the maximum gun and keep your wanted level pretty much the whole time. I've done that before, you know, maybe like spent like 20 minutes, 30 minutes in Jeb Phelps 3, just kind of letting that wanted level pass. Same thing here, losing wanted level. This Blood Money Crime one, I've talked about this quite a bit, so the guys and gals who've been following for a long time know there's those free roam ones. I always activate those and just right away and go collect. So, you know, we're in wave 7 of that one. I just got another one this morning before I went live. So, you know, there's a ton of them. I mean, there's so many of them. Travel, I'm closing in on foot mileage. I don't know how many people are close to that one. I purposely like run around just cause sometimes, you know, you'll see me run from fast travel post to camp or whatever. Like I don't know. That one's probably gonna get reset. I mean, there's just so many of them. There's just way too many of them, and you know, not all of them are doable unless you're big into PvP, or in some cases, if you don't have a posse, it's gonna be that much more difficult. You know, there's all these posse awards. Revive posse members. Honestly, half of those are probably me reviving my daughter. I have twin 8-year-old daughters. One of them comes and hangs out occasionally, and actually she might play tomorrow. They're home from school tomorrow, so but her and I will do CTAs, and unfortunately she's gotten a lot better. I say unfortunately because when she first started doing it, I was reviving her multiple times for each wave of a CTA, but now she got good and she doesn't die as much or go down as much, so I can't even revive her anymore. Posse assists, posse versus challenges. I know I've done a ton of those, so you know, I hate to keep going through this stuff, but it's the reality of it. This is the reality of like we've been talking about awards. I think you can see my competitives are so far behind 35 of 62. Probably should spend a little more time in showdowns and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, you know, we talked about it the other day. Horse races, right? Horse races are probably going to be on bonus come May because the Rockstar likes to line that up with the Triple Crown. So maybe we'll go into some horse races and see if we can. This you don't even have to reset it. You just have to get. I would have to win 18 more races. Maybe that'll be a focus for live streams during May. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. I kind of fell behind a little bit. How long did it take me to have already on the collection? Max out the collector ones? Long time. The coins are like impossible. I don't. More possible than like reviving posse members and stuff like that, but you really have to dedicate yourself to it. And for me, I kind of went what I would say backwards because the alcohol bottles, the cards, the flowers, the eggs, and the heirlooms, those are on the map every day. And then the fossils and the jewelry are not too bad because in the case of jewelry, there's 4 different sets that you can get. And the fossils, there's 3. What makes the arrowheads and the coins harder is there's only one set of arrowheads, you know, one set of coins, and you have to be able to get those rare ones. The only way to get those rare ones is to check it every day. I went a whole week one time without getting a single rare one that I needed. We were stuck at 14 of 15 for like a week straight, but then they'll pop and you get like 5 days in a row. Sometimes you'll even get a rare coin that you need twice in one session, 3 times in one session even. But that was a real grind. Even from the time that I probably started really grinding that when I was already like 2 or 3 sets in, 4 sets in maybe, 4 waves in I should say, so like 60, 80 sets. And then I really just went to town every day. There was like, you know, not necessarily 365 days straight, but you know, probably 300 of 365 days I was checking those coin spots. And the random metal detector spots too, because those would occasionally have coins as well. That was probably the worst grind I've ever done in any game I've ever played. So yeah, that took definitely the better part of like 4 years to complete that. Start today if you ever have an intention of doing it. Start right now. Counter will brawling go with Saint Denis right next to the horse stable behind there. If you attack one person, 20 people rush you, and you can get a lot of counters. Okay, interesting. Alligators. Can't poke fun at your friends who can. Yeah, exactly. get eaten by gators. Spend time in jail 1 is ridiculous. The time goes by so fast. I think I've only ended up in jail like once, and I was out of there in like not even. Well, it gave me credit for a minute, but I don't even think it was a full minute. What is that under? Is that under crimes? Yeah, didn't even give me credit. But I did. I've been to jail at least once. Yeah, see, wind up in jail, I got that one. But to spend time in jail, and it's resettable too. So essentially, you have to spend 200 minutes in jail, and the timer goes by way too fast. I mean, that's going to be an impossible one for sure. Blood money ones, nice. Longest time is getting arrested by player. It keeps you in twice the time. Okay. See, and I don't really like do enough. I usually pay off my bounty as soon as I have one. Free roam events. Yeah, yeah, definitely, and it's interesting because you're talking about the coins and arrowheads. If I didn't spend all that time doing those ones, Brave Kratos and I kind of took 2 different paths on that. Where I was doing the collector, he was doing naturalist. So now he's working on his arrowheads and coins, and I kind of have a bunch of naturalist awards I still gotta get. I have a feeling he'll probably finish his collector awards before I finish my naturalist awards. Just because I don't mind naturalists, but it does get to be a little too tedious sometimes. So, coins are the rarest collectible in the game, 0.02% success rate or something like that. Yeah, a few of them are pretty brutal. Gold dollar, and they rotate, right? So, you could have a rare gold dollar this week, and then next week it'll be a rare gold quarter. But the game never tells you when that shifts. You just have to keep paying attention to it and be observant, keep an eye on it, and you'll see when it kind of shifts. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that's the same with me. I'm not gonna reset them all 10 times. Like the the resupply one, that was great to get. Within our group of players, I think I know like maybe 2 other players that have this reset just one time. I don't know anybody that has it maxed out. I don't know how you could possibly have that maxed out. I mean, that's something where there's no real system to kind of cheat that one. You just have to do them. And in order to do them, you have to do your deliveries. So every 4 resupplies, you have to do your deliveries. And for me, early on, I wasn't actually doing the missions. I was just buying supplies. And if I had known that this, again, I wasn't paying attention to awards when I first started playing. If I had known that this was an award, I probably wouldn't have done that many ordering of supplies. But it's not like I did so much of it. Like, it wouldn't even give me halfway to resetting it again. Like, it's definitely not going to get me to maxing it out. But yeah, during Trader Month, I'll focus more on Trader. Making sure I'm doing my resupplies. Actually, this guy has a delivery ready to go. I have a feeling next month is going to be Trader Month, so I'll hold on to it as long as I can. But I'm just not much of a hunter in this game. Like, if a panther attacks me or a cougar attacks me, I'll kill it, throw it in the hunting wagon. That's the extent of my hunting. Or if it's like a daily, but even then I don't always do all my dailies. So, I need to form a cult. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the offer. I think we, at this point, I'm okay with just grinding them out myself. Well, as I get closer to those Posse Awards, I may, need some help with that, but I think I'm good for right now. So anyway, yeah, what did I do today? We haven't really done much. We did the valuables run. I'm at 912. I did do some bootleg missions with the sniper rifle and a melee weapon and throwables too. Throwables isn't pinned at the moment though. Let me see something. Melee. Throwables should probably be pinned too. That's the closest one, of these sharpshooter awards. That will be the next one. I don't doubt that. I've been spending a ton of time using a tomahawk at like all the different Revenue Agent roadblocks and other moonshine events. So that one, I'm gonna pin that. We should get to that one soon here, and then these melee weapon and sniper rifle headshots is just gonna be. I mean, but of all the stuff I have pinned, like campsites defended, Legendary animal samples. I usually get like 1 a day of legendary animals. So maybe in the next week or 2, I should be able to reset that one again. And that would be into number 7. So, honestly, if I could go grab a mission from Harriet right now. I could do all 3 of those in like 45 minutes, and then when hers reset, I know how to do them, and I know, it's just, it's almost 20,000 hours at this point, guys. 20,000 hours spent in this game. Like, I love it. I love this game. It's like one of my favorites of all time, if not the favorite of all time. But I gotta take a break too. Like, I just can't log in. I mean, I did so many during COVID, man. I did so many 10, 12, 14-hour days in this game where, like, I would wake up before the rest of the family was up. By like 6 o'clock in the morning, I was already online. Sometimes even earlier than that, because I would wake up at like 4 a.m. for no reason. And I was like, well, now I'm awake, so let me log on and play the game. And then I would play until like 8 o'clock at night. So you're talking about, what's that, 16 hours? And I'm still this far away from all the awards. I don't have it in me anymore, unfortunately, to play this game for 16 hours a day. As much as I love it, I don't want to, ultimately I don't want to burn myself out, so. I think I got a treasure map, though. We can do one more thing today. Let's go do a treasure map. I just got back, last week I got back over 1,000 gold after spending all my gold and a bunch of my money on catalog items. If you guys were here for that, my Red Dead spend-a-thon. I should go see Harriet, too. In fact, let's go do that first. Let me sell the Taco Bison sale, because that guy's going to be there again soon. He doesn't take long to reappear in the Heartlands. But it's a lot of just grinding, And I don't want to just have this game become a grind fest and end up resenting it because of how much I've had to grind. I first fell in love with this game because of the exploration and because of all the different, environments with, everything from snowy mountains to Great Plains to desert. Like, you can't, I don't want to say you can't beat it. There's other games that have come pretty close. But it's one of those games where it's like, I first fell in love with just the immersion. And if you log in every day with a checklist of items to do, you lose some of that. So, I don't ever want to have that happen, where I'm like, oh, I don't want to play today because it's too grindy.
Disgusting. All right, then. Let me see what you've collected. I wish people would stop killing these things. A must, but be careful.
Stock my blending tonics, that was a daily today. My animal revivers too.
I'm glad you're buying this. Anything we can do to help our brothers and sisters. That's that then.
Helldivers 2 in my life? Yeah, you keep trying to sell me on that. I don't know, man. I watch you guys play that. It's just...
Good luck.
It's a little too chaotic. I think I mentioned this before. No official diagnosis on anything, but I definitely have like some kind of neurological disorder. Where it's okay in small doses. Like if I were to hop on a maximum gun in this game, I can kind of handle the repetition of the right. But then I watch you guys play Helldivers, and it's just such complete chaos where I don't know how the hell you guys even communicate with each other while you're playing that game. It just seems like absolute noise. There were some limited time clothing this month. There was 4. 2 of them were for females, only, and 2 were for males only. Let me see if I can pull that up. It was the Griffith Chaps which I say males only. I think women can have Griffith chaps too. But there's this Clamine coat and these Boyer boots. Those are both for females only. So Kratos, you'll probably see on your character Griffith chaps and Charo jacket. So there's 4, but you may only see 2 if you only have a male character. Harriet missions for samples and skinning. Yeah, and I don't even use it a ton for skinning. We used to, dude. We used to freaking go in and hop pelts. I don't know if you're familiar with how to do that. I'm sure you are. But you don't even need to do that anymore, because whenever they have Trader Month, they give you 2 times materials. It's like 1 cougar fills up your whole freaking camp. I haven't jumped pelts in a long time. Probably been almost 2 years at this point. Not that I did a ton of it when we were doing it. But, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Sasquatch Man. My channel is one of the best RDO channels. Thank you for that. A lot of us feel that way. Been feeling burnt out from RDO like never before after 8 years. Yeah, same here. It really is like it's not quite burnout. It's like lukewarm out, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I'm close. I don't know that I'll ever get there, but that's why I tell people all the time when they come in the channel, they're like, "Oh, I stopped playing this game a few years ago. I lost interest." I'm like, I can't argue with that, you know? And I'm not going to try and sell you on it. Like, the whole point of playing games, video games, is supposed, in particular, is to have fun. If you're not having fun playing a game anymore, then absolutely go find something else to play. By all means, don't keep playing a game that you despise, because then you're going to start hating all games. That would be terrible. I need to be at your poker night, Sasquatch Man's poker night. We're going to see if we can make that work. I think he's doing it, you're doing it Wednesday nights, right? Wednesday nights are tough for me. But yeah, if I'm free and there's a spot at the table, I'll definitely jump in. Every other Wednesday night, okay. So you had it last week, so you're not going to have it this week. But you'll have it next week. Yeah, we'll see, man. Oh, nice. 1.37 is pretty good pull there for gold. It depends on a lot of different things. Like I was telling Rowdy earlier, when he asked me about replaying story mode, it's just a ton of stuff going on right now. Look at this turkey flying around me. He flew right into me. Oh man, but yeah, this is a beautiful game, definitely. Still, this turkey is asking for it. Look at this, it's coming right back for me. 100% of story. Even got the Carolina turkeys and decided to try here in RDO. Yeah, I've played story several times. I'm getting the biggest kick out of this turkey just flying around right now. 15 playthroughs, I think, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. Probably like 10 of them before I jumped into RDO. I was really late to the game with RDO. I didn't start playing RDO until 2.5 years after the game was released. But yeah, you're gonna stream Wednesday night doing normal horseshit stuff on RDO. Gotcha, nice. All I know is always have invitation poker night. Yeah. And I don't, but if you already got a full table, I'm not gonna ask to jump in and kick somebody else out either. Like, obviously, I'll come and hang out and chat and stream chat, keep everybody going. Did the bird just fly underground? It just flew underground and then flew back up. Look at this. Here he comes. Ready? Watch him come out of the ground. Don't hit my head. Oh, he flew right through me. What in the world? But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. Fucking turkey, dude. Unbelievable. Maybe back tomorrow with Morgan. I don't know. It's tough. They're at the age now where if I don't keep a close eye on them, they'll just walk out of the house. So Probably not gonna stream tomorrow. Probably not gonna stream Wednesday. Maybe Thursday. I don't know. I never know. Like I say all the time, best way to make sure you get notified is to make sure you're subbed to the channel with notifications set to all. Hopefully YouTube will send you a notification whenever I go live or post a video. As far as the rest of the week goes, Friday I have another one of those Ghost of Tsushima videos coming. This time it's Lady Masako Adachi and her whole side quest story, which is a good one. It's a really good side quest strand for Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think I'll get to any other Ghost of Tsushima stuff in the meantime. But yeah, just like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, set them to all, get notified whenever I do go live or post a video. Any Lego coming up? No, dude, honestly, man, it's just another thing. Like, add to the list of things I just don't have time for. I did start part 1 of that massive castle. Morgan and I worked on the Lego Horizon Adventures. There's a Shell Walker and Sawtooth set that just came out on March 1st. We knocked that out in like an hour. I didn't even bother filming that. I have the parts. The completed build is on the shelf behind me here in the office. Maybe take a quick overview, kind of look at that and do a video. I don't know. The Lego channel is tough. It's like that's just so much more. Not necessarily editing, but like usually ends up being like a 3-hour video. It's a lot of importing and exporting and then uploading. I have to log out of my Outlaws channel, log into the Lego channel. Maybe at some point I'll combine the two of them into one big Outlaws channel. I don't know. But no, nothing overly exciting on the Lego channel. I'll let you know if that changes. If and when I get around to doing part 2 of that massive Lego Lion Knights castle. But yeah, there's just so much going on, man. As the weather gets warmer here in the Northeast United States, we get outside a lot more. We're heavily involved in our local Little League. Even more so this year, like I said earlier, we have 20-something kids that registered for the special needs program. So Avery and all of her friends, we're going to have to break them into 2 teams this year, divide and conquer. Lady Outlaws will take them one place, I'll take them another place. But I've never run 2 teams before, so it's going to be a new experience for me. Maybe in some other life or some other universe somewhere, all I do is play video games. I'm not as committed to local programs like that. But yeah, no, I miss those days. I'll be honest, I miss those 12-hour days where 6 of it I was streaming. Sometimes even more, right? We did like 10-hour streams sometimes, but I just can't do it anymore. It's such a, I don't want to call it a burden because of the negative implications of saying that, but it's a huge time commitment to be able to do 10-hour live streams and not have to worry about anything else outside of the world of Red Dead. But you guys know me. I'm going to keep the content coming on the channel whenever I can. Try to put as many videos up as possible. I was surprised. You guys pleasantly surprised me with that no swimming video on Saturday. I just kind of threw that up on a whim. I didn't even think anybody was going to really watch that. It's got over 700 views. So that's kind of wild. It just goes to show I never know what's going to be popular on YouTube and what's not. So I'm just going to keep doing what I do. If you all respond positively to that, then we'll do more of it. And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks everyone for being here. If you haven't already, hit the like button for me on the way out. I would appreciate it. Till next time, take care.